So, good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon, all. If my voice is audible, then let me know into the chat box so we can start with the discussion. As you know, this is the electrical machine 2 session, and this is the both G2MU class. As per the routine practice, what we discussed in the last lecture. लास्ट लेक्चर में क्या डिस्कस हुआ था? Giving you 2 minutes for responding to the chat box that what we discussed in the last session. Just looking at the chat box. Yeah, Shami, got a response from Shami. Correct. Oh, Hago has responded. Very good. We discussed about the okay. Anything else if you remember? Response from Smululaim. Yeah. Okay. So let me give a summary of last session. So we started the discussion on the starting, or we can say working of induction motor. Then we discussed about the synchronous P and S. Then we had a discussion about the sleep. Then we discussed about the rotor frequency. On the topic, we had a discussion rotor frequency. And after discussing the rotor frequency, we had a discussion on the next topic, that is the numericals. We discussed few numericals in the session. Now today we are going to have the discussion on the rotor resistance and the rotor reactance. And after discussing this parameter, we will continue our discussion on the and parallelly we will also calculate the numericals. Some of the numericals I will be discussing with you. So this is the agenda of today's session. So let me share you the PPT, and if you can see the presentation on your screen, then let me know into the chat box. So if you remember, we discussed about all these things, rotating magnetic field. about this we had a discussion. Yeah, on this topic we had a discussion about the starting of induction motor. I'm giving you brief of it. How does it works? When the supply is given to the stator, it produces the rotating magnetic field. That rotating magnetic field links with the rotor, and according to the Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, it produces the voltage on the rotor. And as your rotor is sorted at the both ends with the help of bearing, that is converted to the current. That is converted to current, and that current produces the flux. And due to interaction of stator and rotor flux, your machine starts rotating. तो दिस इज हाउ इस तरह से कुछ हमारा मशीन रन होता है. मैं फिर से एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ, प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिए. हम मशीन के अंदर स्टेटर में देते हैं रोटेट 3 फेज सप्लाई. वो 3 फेज सप्लाई क्या करता है, वो प्रोड्यूस करता है रोटेटिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड. अब वो रोटेटिंग मैग्नेटिक फील्ड लिंक होता है रोटर के साथ, और रोटर होता है इनिशियली इन दी स्टेशनरी कंडीशन. जैसे वो मैग्नेटिक फील्ड रोटर से लिंक होगा तो वो प्रोड्यूस करेगा रोटर के अंदर वोल्टेज. एंड जैसे आपको पता है कि रोटर इज शॉर्ट सर्किटेड, रोटर को दोनों साइड से शॉर्ट किया हुआ है, सो इट विल बी कन्वर्टेड टू द करंट. सो करंट विल फ्लो इनसाइड द रोटर. तो रोटर में करंट फ्लो होगा. करंट क्या करेगा, फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस करेगा, और स्टेटर और रोटर का फ्लक्स से इंटरेक्शन के आपकी मशीन रोटेट करना स्टार्ट होगी. तो दिस इज हाउ योर मोटर वर्क्स. तो यहाँ तक किसी को कोई डाउट, एनी क्वेरी अप टू दिस पॉइंट स्टूडेंट्स? Okay, so let's move the discussion forward. So this is an equation that we discussed in the last session. Just a minute. About the two things which is very important. Equation of slip, that is ns minus n upon ns. And if you make n as a subject, you will be able to get the speed of rotor. Also, we discuss about that torque is proportional to the speed. How it is proportional to speed? Like, let me explain you this part again. So the voltage which produce on the rotor, we are taking it as a E2. So it depends upon the speed difference between your stator magnetic field. It depends upon the speed of stator magnetic field. And second parameter on which it is depended upon is your the speed difference. So ultimately your voltage which is produced on the rotor, that depends upon the speed difference. Now the current depends upon the voltage. Just look at this. So whatever the current will be produced, always it is dependent upon the current, and torque depends upon the current. So that is why we can say that torque is dependent upon the slip, or we can say it's proportional to the slip. So on this, I think we discussed this numerical. So I'm skipping this. Okay, yeah. Then we discuss about frequency of rotor. So what we found, we considered the two equations for it, and we found that frequencies rotor is slip times your supply frequency. Frequency of rotor is slip times your supply frequency. So this is the conclusion, and this is very important equation for your MCQ exam. Okay, so let's start the discussion on this example. I think we have not calculated this example. It was pending. Is it so? आपको याद होगा तो ये example बाकी है. So I request all the students be ready with the page and paper. And when you are ready, then you can just drop the message into the chat box so we can start discussing this example. Just drop the ready message when you have page, pen, and paper with you. Okay, so the example is on your screen. And a 500 HP, three phase, 440 volt, 50 hertz induction motor has a speed. Yeah, you can have a look over it. Yeah, Mululam, please check it. Okay. So what is important over here that I think Mululam, you hope you have written the equation. So I'm going. Should I go to the next slide? Okay. Let's start the discussion. Sorry, don't need to show this part. So let's note down the data. So frequency is 50 hertz. Then motor has a speed of 950 RPM. So it's a rotor speed 950 RPM. And at the full load, the machine has a 6 pole. P is equal to 6 pole. And calculate the slip. Any hint, any equation which is suitable for this? Okay, let me give the answer. So we need to calculate slip. So base equation is S is equal to, you know this equation, Ns minus N upon Ns. So for that we need a value of Ns. So Ns is equal to, because in this equation, if I want to find out this value of slip, so I need a synchronous speed Ns. So for that I need to find out the value of Ns, that is 120 F by P. All the data is given into the data and find out the first ns. Then you are supposed to put this value over here, and is given to you, and you can find out the slip, giving you 5 minutes to calculate this answer. Got the answer from the Bhavesh. Oh, that's great. Asil Almin has responded. Devakitu has responded. So first of all, I need an answer of NS 120 F by P. So NS 120 into frequency 50 by number of poles 6. Okay. I'm also calculating parallel with you. Yeah, correct. It's 1,000. So this answer should be equal to 1,000. And it's 1,000 minus 950 upon 1,000. Correct. So answer is correct from, let me take the name of those students. Yeah, Bevaketu, your answer is correct. Assal Almin, your answer is correct. Munulaim, your answer is correct. Hagosh, your answer is correct. Very good. So I think you can understand that such kind of small examples are easily, we can ask you in the MCQ exam. Okay, so this is possible. But bit change in the parameters data will be there. Okay, let me show you this solution. Yeah. And one thing which was pending, that frequency of floater, I forgot to ask you. So that is Fr is equal to S into F. So you can just find out this answer by multiplying the slip with the supply frequency. So this is the frequency of rotor current or rotary EMF. Okay, let's move the discussion forward. Next example. All of you ready? Yeah. Asel Almain raised the hand. Yes, dear. What is your doubt? Asel Almain, please. What's your doubt? Waiting for your response into the chat box. Is there any difference with the type of load? Type of load, just write your question properly, because is there a difference with type of load means you make it specific. Yeah, okay. uh yeah, type of load means, let's say, we can connect the maximum 100 newton meter load to the motor. So when 100 newton meter load is connected, we can say it's a full load condition. When you are connecting the half of the load, then 50% loading is applied, so it creates a difference on the motor. Okay, so when you are connecting the load, loading is applied on the motor and motor parameters will be affected. You got the answer? Okay. Uh, Let me write and explain you. So let's say, uh, if motor can take the maximum 100 Newton meter load, then when you are connecting 100 Newton meter load, it means it is in the full load condition. And if you are applying the 15 Newton meter load, it means your machine is at the half load condition. So in all such condition, machine will have the different performance. its efficiency will be also affected, losses will be also affected. Okay, so this is very important. We will calculate in your syllabus. We have the examples where we can ask you to calculate the efficiency at half load and efficiency at the full load. So such kind of examples we will be calculating in this particular subject. Is it clear now? Okay, let's move further. If you yeah, formula is there. Here we will learn the formula. Okay, just a minute. Let me unmute your mic so you can speak, and you can just specifically ask if what you want to ask. Yeah, you can speak, dear, now. Even with the rights.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you, dear.
Sir, my question is just regarding about the formula of this slip and the formula of the speed for different types of loads. Like you are asking just for full load condition, the induction motor at full load condition. But what if maybe it was half load? Is it difference formula or the same?
No,
The frequency?
yeah, formula will remain same. Okay,
Yeah, the speed
formula
also.
for how, just a second. Let me show you something, because this we will be discussing in this particular syllabus. But let me just keep you few slides and let me show you. Yeah, that slide is, yeah. You can see this equation, torque equation. This one. Okay, and let me show you few more equation where we will be focusing on, yeah, torque. Okay, so this is the torque. So we will find out the torque equation, and also we will plot the torque slip characteristics. You can check this. We will do it. This is a part of syllabus and we will discuss in future. So this is the torque splits characteristic, and we will also see the effect of torque speed. So this we will discuss. Okay, and also we will also study the effect of various parameters on the torque slip. I think now we will be able to understand this. Where you are still alluming. Just a second. Let me again unmute you. Now you can speak, dear.
Yes, sir.
So this we will learn. You can see that there
Okay,
are
sir.
so many slides I have, and we will discuss each and every part. No need to worry. We will learn about the speed torque characteristics, everything we will learn. But we will use equation in all the basics. Okay. I'm now going back, and I also
Okay, sir.
took so many examples so you can easily understand the equations. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's start the discussion on our example. Okay. So example is a 4-pole. So let's write down P is equal to 4. Three-phase induction motor frequency, supply frequency is 50. Find the speed at which magnetic field rotates. Okay, so first of all, we need to find out the NS. Second is the speed of the rotor when slip is 0.4. So this is the first thing that we need. This is the second parameter that we need. Speed of the rotor when your slip is 0.04. And third parameter that we need, oh, Agus is very fast in the calculation. and frequency of rotor current when sleep is equal to 0 point. So we need Fr at S is equal to 0.03 and frequency of rotor current at this standstill. So Fr at standstill. Okay, now let's study calculation. So this is the answer that we are looking for. And let's study calculation. Oh, Agos, you are very fast. So first is the speed at which the magnetic field is rotating. So that simple equation that we are going to apply over here. Ns is equal to 120 F by P, where 120 into supply frequency is 50, while number of poles are 4. So it's a 6,000 by 400, so it's a 1,500. All of you are getting the same answer? Yeah, only Hagos is there in the class. It seems like other students are not sitting in my class. Okay. Now, next is we need to find out the parameter that we need. That is the NR at, so obviously equation ये apply करना पड़े S is equal to NS minus N upon NS. So in this equation, which parameters are given to you? Yeah, very good, Aghosh. So sleep is available, NS is available, NS is available, so you can find out the N. So please find out the second answer for this one. How many of your calculator, please respond. Yeah, Mululam, your answer is correct. Waiting for second answer. Agos is the only student who has just solved the whole example. Okay, correct. Mululam, your answer is correct. Estelle Alman, your answer is correct. What about the other student? Why you are not responding? Bhavesh, Deepu, Vijay, Shravan, Aman, Priyanka, Jaideep, Joshua, Harsh, Kaushil, Shaimik, Vivek. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to the third part of the calculation where you need to calculate the frequency of rotor current. So simple equation for the third, Fr is equal to S into F. Simple, slip is given to you 0.03 and it has to multiply by the 50. You will get the answer. Last is frequency of rotor current at the standstill. So S standstill, first of all, you have to find out the slip. So Ns minus N upon Ns. So S standstill, this will be 0. So slip will be 1. So at standstill, Fr is equal to F. Is it clear? All of you? You got the answer? Okay. Let me check the responses. Okay. Let's move forward. So you can check this calculation, or I already have it with me. So you can verify this data. Yeah. This answer you must be getting. Okay. Let's move the discussion. Okay. So next is the two important parameters which are there in your rotor. So rotor resistance. So rotor resistance depends upon the length of rotor. If it is a wound rotor, it depends upon the winding which we have used. So it depends upon this equation. And obviously, rotor resistance will remain constant for the operation. It will not change. While rotor reactance, the part of the rotor flux which links the rotor conductor but not with the stator winding is called the leakage flux, and it develops the reactance into the rotor, and that is known as a rotor reactance. Again, I'm repeating. Okay, so first is the rotor resistance that we discussed about. It depends upon the R is equal to rho L by equation, while a rotor resistance depends upon the this parameter. And if you consider the L2 as an inductance, so rotor reactance will be X2 is equal to 2 pi FL2. So the leakage flux, hence the inductance is very small if rotor conductors are placed at the outer periphery of the rotor. We're talking about this condition. And depending upon the rotor current frequency, rotor reactance will be developed. So as I told you, if inductance value is L2, then simple. Let's say if it is a inductance, then inductive reactance equation is XL is equal to 2 pi FL. I think all of you know this equation. This is inductance and this is known as a inductive reactance. This is known as an inductive reactance. Now, here you can take the inductive reactance X2 equal to 2 pi FRL2. Now, why we have considered the FR? Because in that case, we have to consider the frequency of EMF and frequency of current which is induced inside the rotor. So that is why हम यहाँ पे consider कर रहे हैं FR, not the supply frequency F. That is the reason behind this. So ultimately, as you know that this equation that FR is equal to S into F. So this term will be replaced over here, FR with the SF. So ultimately, rotor reactance will depend upon slip. We can say that rotor reactance depend करेगा slip के ऊपर and the rotor inductance. So if rotor is at the stationary, so S will be always 1 and X2 will be 2 pi FL2. But rotor reactance at the different slip will be different. Okay? Rotor reactance at a different slip will be different, and that depends upon the equation which is on your screen. That depends upon the equation which is on your screen. Any query, any doubt up to this point? Then let me know into the chat box. Okay. Let's move to the next part. Now, as we discussed that rotor has a resistance and rotor now has a reactance. So if you add these two parameters, it becomes impedance. And if you look over it, rotor impedance is defined by this formula. So the total opposition offered to the flow of rotor current depends upon R2 plus JX2. And why we are considering this slip? Because this X2 depends upon the slip. Let me show you this equation again. So this is dependent upon the slip. That is why we are considering this part as a S into 2 pi FL2. So ultimately we can say magnitude of the rotor impedance is equal to 1 root of R2 square plus Sx square. Okay, so I think all of you know about this parameter. So ultimately, I can draw this circuit where on the rotor voltage produces E2 and that depends upon the slip. Slip is the difference between Ns minus N. While on the rotor we already have the resistance and second is the reactance. So ultimately, under the running condition, the voltage will be slip times your E2. Okay, so we can find out the rotor current. So rotor current I2 is equal to, it depends upon the rotor voltage, that is E2. In running condition, this will be slip times E2 and divided by rotor impedance, which is on your screen. So you can find out this rotor current. Let me show you the one more equation where we have considered the slip. This is the rotor current. So it depends upon the at what speed, at what how much voltage is produced on the rotor, as well as is also depends upon the total reactance offered by the current. Because why we are discussing the current right now, because torque is proportional to the current. Torque is proportional to the current, so that is why we are discussing this parameter. Okay. Now let's move the discussion forward. So again, as you can see that rotor has a resistance and reactance. So obviously power factor of rotor will come into the picture. And you know the equation of power factor, cos phi is equal to R by Z. That is the equation of power factor. So cos phi of rotor depends upon this parameter. Okay, so if you are having any query, any doubt up to this point, then I would request that please let me know into the chat box. Just we are considering the rotor parameters, and the reason behind this discussion is our rotor torque is proportional to the current, and current on the rotor is dependent upon all this parameter. जो rotor में जो current flow रहा है, ये सब parameter के ऊपर depend करेगा. Okay, so next. Okay, one more example is on your screen. One more example is on your screen. So what they want, P is equal to number of poles are 6. Again, it's a 3-phase induction motor. Supply frequency is 50 hertz. And the speed at which the magnetic field rotates. So you need to find out the NS. Now I need everyone to calculate this because you need to submit me the example calculated on the page for your attendance. Make sure आपकी attendance इसके ऊपर depend करेगी कि आपने example submit किया है कि नहीं किया है. So make sure you all of you calculate this. The speed of rotor van, so NR we need at S equal to 6%, and third we need the frequency of rotor current FR we need to find out. So simple equation for the NS is equal to 120 F by P. 120 into frequency is 50, number of poles are 6. Then S is equal to ns minus n upon ns, where you are supposed to find out the n, and where s is given to you, that is the 6%, so it's a 0.06, while uh, synchronous speed is already given to you, that is ns. You will get it from here. So find out the n. And third is, you need to find out the fr. Yeah, asal al mean is the student to answer this question. And Sawan has responded. Correct. NS answer is correct. Yeah, Bevaki, to wait for a while. We will end this session. Wait for a while. And last is the frequency of rotor current. Fr is equal to S into F. But we need to find out the S. So S is equal to again Ns minus N upon Ns. Here S is given to you, N is given to you, and you need to find out the new value of this, and then you will get this answer. Now looking at the chat box, giving you 5 minutes to submit the answer. Yeah, I want the answer of sleep, and I want the answer of the FR. Data is already on your screen. Just need to put the values and come to the conclusion. Students, yeah, got a response from okay. What the answer? Then Okay, just wait for a minute. Let me disclose the answer in front of you. I'm removing everything so you can cross-check the answers. Yeah. So, Ines, let me now check your chat box to whether your answers are matching or no. Router speed is not matching up. Yeah, Asir Almain, your answer is correct. Bevaketu, you need to check your answer. And frequency of router. Okay. So, please verify your answers if you are having a query. If you are having a query, if you are having any query, then let me know into the chat box. Let's call it a day. Okay, just a minute. I'm going to share you the link of attendance today. Check your chat box. Link of attendance is there. I request all the students to drop your attendance on that link. You can leave the session. Have a good day. Yeah, dear. See you.